Hey folks, today I am drinking a beer that my buddy James gave me, and I am also drinking it with my buddy Kyle. I forgot your name for a second, sorry.
It's okay. Hey, Sean. Don't worry about it, Mike. Dan, Matt.
Yeah, so how are you? How are you doing?
Good until my good friend Keith forgot my name. No, I'm doing
for a second.
That's not good, dude. I'm doing well. How about you? You all right, man?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
I'm good.
Yeah, so this is Weyerbacher. Well, I'll say what it is, and then I'll do a little side story thing. It's Weyerbacher Blasphemy, but this is it's really small here, but it's in partnership with Lehigh Valley Bourbon Drinkers. I think that's what that says. And it's a Belgian style quadruple ale aged in hand-selected Bulleit bourbon, frontier whiskey single barrels. It's 11.8% alcohol by volume. So yeah, this was like a special release thing. And my friend James is I think he's a member of the Bourbon Drinkers thing, maybe. I don't know. I don't think we talked about it that specifically, but they had like the day they released this, they had like a party thing for the release for members of either the Bourbon Drinkers or whatever he's a member of, and he got a couple 4-packs, and then I saw him and he gave me a couple bottles. So yeah. So let's put this away. Yeah. So when's the last time have you had I know before we started this, you were saying you have a bottle of Blasphemy. Have you had one recently?
I've not had one recently, but I have a non-barrel aged version from 2013. And you know what I'm thinking, Keith? Since this is on your channel, maybe I'll try to, whatever week you're releasing this, that Saturday, I'll try to do a Cellar Saturday where I drink that one. So people can check that out too. But yeah, so it's been a while. But I love the style. I love, I've historically liked Weyerbacher, so I'm really excited to try this.
Yeah. Also, if I remember correctly, I think James said that this was only aged for like 7 weeks or something.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It wasn't aged very long.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to say. So when I hold it up, it looks a little darker on camera for me, but not like, I don't know, it's like 15% darker than it is in real life, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has, what is it? I just lost it.
It's kind of like that crimson red thing.
Yeah, but it's more, there's more brown in it when not holding it up to the light. There's a bit more red in it and a little bit of orange and stuff.
A lot of sediment.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Sorry.
Nope. No, you are fine. Do not apologize.
Has some nice...
The head... Yeah, my head dissipated pretty quick. I just got a little bit back. But just gave it a little swirl. It's khaki colored-ish.
Yeah, I agree.
And just from a distance, I'm getting a little bit of bourbon. I get a little bit of bourbon.
Okay, I'm not there yet, but yeah, I get a little bit of other stuff, but not that yet.
Aroma?
Perfect. Let's get into it. Now that my face is in it, I do get the bourbon.
Yeah. You can say something first if you want.
I get a lot of the dried fruit stuff that I like in a quad, so it makes me happy. I do get the barrel. I wonder how long it was barreled, and smelling it doesn't give me too much of a hint because I get it. So like it was definitely long enough that at least it comes up that way. And the only potential negative that I have so far is I love when it's a little grapey also for quads, and I don't get the grape thing in the aroma, but I get all the dried fruit stuff I love in that. So it's like I'm getting most of what I want out of the aroma, but there's like this one thing I really like. But yeah, so that's where I land. How about you?
It's funny you say that, because when I on my first whiff, not so much now, like the two things that I got were the bourbon and a little bit of a grapey thing.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Now I get more of like all the I don't really get grape anymore, but I get the dried fruits, dark fruits thing.
And I'm hopeful for the taste. I mean, that there'll be some of that grape thing that I like. Brown bread and
oh yeah.
One of my favorites to say is the illusion of baking spices. Like I don't actually get baking spices, but it's like almost tricking my brain into you are getting baking spices.
Yeah, there's like what do you think that is? Is it like, because I know I've gotten that in Belgian style beers.
Yeah.
Ones that weren't barrel aged. Because like in this, I could be like, oh, it's like kind of like an earthy thing, and it could be coming from the barrel, but like it does happen in non-barrel aged.
For sure. 100% agree with that. 100%. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if it's like the yeast that's a little spicy or something, but it's like, I don't think if I was doing this blind, I would think it had cinnamon or anise or nutmeg, but like when you smell it, it almost makes you think it could have that. And, it's an interesting sensation, but yeah, I agree. It's not a barrel thing. It's like Amberana could kick that out, but this is definitely base beer thing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You want to?
Dude, I'm so excited for this.
All
right. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, James.
All right. I started last time with the aroma, so you got to start this time.
So if this was only aged for like 7 weeks or whatever it was, it's like I don't want to say it's perfect, but like I really love the balance of the two, of the beer and the barrel and the spirit and stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if however long this was aged, I don't think to myself, I wish this was aged longer. It's definitely working with the base beer beautifully. Yeah, I definitely get the actual spirit and some wood. So like, seems like mission accomplished there. It's got the creaminess that I like. Definitely has a mouthfeel I like for the style. So, I couldn't smell that obviously. So that was nice to get in the taste. Do you think it follows the nose pretty well or no? Or talk about whatever you want. Sorry. That was something I was thinking myself.
I think there's more of the beer in the taste.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So I think it's a little better than the aroma.
I would agree with that too. Yep. And I like the aroma. I think we both like the aroma, but this is drinking really nice.
Yeah.
Do you get a little spiciness, or like, I think the carbonations give me a little bit of a prickly thing, which is also nice.
Yeah, I do get a little bit of what you call the
The illusion of baking spices.
Illusion. the implication.
There. It's an illusion, Michael. The implication. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, so anyone who's like, well, what about the grape thing? I don't get a particularly strong grape note in the taste, but it is still delicious. That's just one thing I like in the style. But there's enough of the dried fruits and things, and the fruity esters, and even a whisper of cocoa powder. So like, it's got everything else I want. And when the beer says this is what it is, it has everything I want except the one thing. But everything is so good, I'm not even missing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I know you said you didn't, but like, I think there were, out of all the whiffs I took for the aroma, I got a grapey thing like twice.
Okay.
So like I was getting like a grape thing like occasionally or infrequently, but I do not get grape in the taste at all. So.
Except maybe a little sun-dried in the form of a raisin. Yeah, I definitely don't get like actual grape stuff at all. But like when I say the dried fruits, definitely raisins is one of them. Although it's not like a super sweet beer. Sometimes I feel like when I say dried fruits, well, yeah, those are super sweet. But like this beer's not, the sugar tasting equivalent of eating a handful of raisins,
Yeah. It definitely leans to like the more, at least for me, the more like datey raisin side of dark fruits rather than like plum, and like I call it like the brighter dark fruits because I don't know how to say it.
Yeah. Plum's another one, like the grape thing. Like I really like didn't Sierra Nevada do maybe it was a double Olivia or something, Ovia they did add plum juice too. And it made a lot of sense to me.
Oh, I don't know.
I think I have a poster even in my house. Anyway, the more, to your point you said earlier, the more I'm drinking it, the less and less barrel I'm getting. I'm really getting the beer. Barrel's still there, even though I'm getting less of it. And but I don't think I want to change what we were saying at the beginning of the taste either. Like, I'm not saying I wanted it to be barrel aged longer, even though I'm getting less of it on each sip, it seems like.
Yeah. The only thing for me is the barrel is drying it out a little bit, and I feel like it's taking away from the Belgian part of the beer, or not the Belgian part, just like the beer part of it. Because like it wasn't super sweet to begin with.
Correct.
But the more it dries out, it just it gets kind of less sweet.
Yeah, that's this to me. This is one of those examples of how you and I typically do our stuff solo, right? Where like I never would have come up with that, but now that you're saying it, I totally get what you're saying, and it's definitely a part of this experience for sure. Yeah.
It doesn't make it bad. It just
no. It's just a note that's there for sure. Yeah. No, and I'm really like every sip is delivering on that mouthfeel that I want. So that definitely makes me happy.
Yeah. I'm glad Weyerbacher is still making beer. I don't pick it up as much as I probably should. Not that I think this was released to the public as well. I think that's what James said.
Oh, okay.
But I think this one is brewery only.
Okay.
So I don't know if they still have it or not, but yeah.
I haven't seen super special things from them in my area, but it is nice to start seeing Weyerbacher on the shelf a little bit. We had at least 2 different ones at the store last time I was there, so that was cool to see. And I was saying offline to Keith before we started, I love these labels. Like it takes me back to Weyerbacher for sure. but they tweaked them enough. I think I said that when I did the haul video when you gave me this one in the Sunday morning stout. But yeah, it's like it's totally. I would recognize it on a shelf, but also they tweaked it, made it a little different, which I like. But yeah, anyway, I got nothing else to say, Keith. I'm just going to start rambling more than I just did. I know we've only been on for like 15 minutes, so that's like a short version of a review for your channel, but.
All right. Yeah, I don't have anything left to say, so I think you're done as well.
It's really good. I just got a little cherry thing that I hadn't really gotten before, but I mean, this is one of those beers we could keep sipping, like if we did a live stream and we'd revisit things, but I just got a cherry thing for the first time. So yeah, this beer's awesome. I'm really happy with how this all came together. And thank you for sharing. Sorry, I don't think I said that. Thank you, obviously, for passing one along my way. Love quads.
Also, just as a side note, for almost 12%, it drinks very well.
Yeah,
very well.
So,
yeah, even with like the amount of like spirit you get, it doesn't like compound where you're getting like the ABV and then the spirit, and it's not. It's. I wouldn't say it's chuggable, but it's definitely drinkable. And,
it's very sippable. It keeps inviting you to take a pretty quick sip after you took your last one. Yeah.
It's good. I like this. I feel like we talked about it more than we said. Like, I know I do it sometimes, and I think you do it sometimes too, where you just like start talking about a beer and you don't even say whether you like it or not.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Or like,
the king of that is like mystery beers, where you're just like trying to figure out what it is, and then at no point do you say like, "Oh, this is good or bad or indifferent." Like, no, this is really good for sure. Yeah. That's why I'm so appreciative that you shared with me, because this is really good.
No, my pleasure. So yeah, everyone watching,
Kyle
from No Hype Beer Reviews, go check him out.
Next time we'll put our names at the bottom, just so it's easier for you, buddy. Pal.
I didn't forget your name that time. I was just deciding whether I should say Kyle or just No Hype Beer Reviews.
I'm just teasing, man. I know you know my
name.
People watching, Keith and I talk all the time. He knows who I am. It was just a little slip. There's no actual problem. We're very close.
I literally just got home from work, just like
exactly. Yeah. He literally got home from work and jumped out. Like, it's not a thing. It was just for laughing. Anyway, sorry, Keith. Wrap it up, brother.
So go check out No Hype Beer Reviews. Thank you to James for the beer. And thanks for hanging out. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Cheers.